Right. So this happened back in 11, give or take, when I first headed off to Fairview Prep Town. Loads of kids go there, you see, for that intense cramming before college applications. I'd been in the main student housing block, the dorms, for a while, but I just couldn't get my head down properly with all the noise and distractions. My grades were taking a nosedive, so I decided I needed a change, somewhere quiet to just focus. Found this place, a rental house just outside the main campus buzz, 2 floors. Nice old couple lived downstairs, lovely folks, kids were grown up and gone. Upstairs, they had 4 rooms they rented out to students. I snagged one. It was all right, nothing fancy, just a bed, a desk, and this massive mirror on one wall, full length, took up a good chunk of the space. Now, there were 2 other lads already living up there in the other rooms. Mike and Chris. They'd been there a couple of years apparently, trying for their second crack at getting into a decent college program. Nice enough blokes, but a bit odd. Always seemed like they knew something I didn't. Whenever I was around, they'd exchange these quick glances, you know? Like they were talking without words, often looking at me as they did it. Couldn't figure it out. But they were older, so I didn't push it. Just kept myself to myself, really. Initially, it was fine. Quiet. Just what I needed. But after about 3 weeks in that room, I started getting this feeling. Just wrong. Like I wasn't alone. Couldn't pinpoint it. Just a general sense of unease. Thought maybe it was just the loneliness, you know, after being used to the busy dorms. Then it started getting weirder. One night I woke up suddenly, wide awake, and I was standing right in front of that massive mirror. Now, I've never in my life sleepwalked, not before, not since. Got a proper fright, I did. How the hell? Things went downhill fast. My studies were a mess. I was skipping classes, wasn't sleeping properly, just constantly on edge. Rang my folks, told them I was struggling, felt like I was losing it, and was thinking of coming home. My dad, bless him, suggested my mom come stay with me for a bit, just to get me back on track. So Mom came down. She moved into the room with me. For the first week or so, it was brilliant. Having her there, the weird feeling seemed to lift. I thought maybe it had just been homesickness or stress playing tricks on my mind. But then, one night I woke up, and there she was, my mom, standing in front of that mirror, just like I had, staring blankly into it. Didn't say a word, just stood there, completely still. I whispered her name. "Mom, what are you doing?" She jumped, startled, like she'd been miles away. "Oh, Jake, love, just dropped something, looking for it," she mumbled, but there was nothing on the floor. She seemed shaken, like she'd just woken up herself. It happened a couple more times. I'd wake up and she'd be there, glued to the mirror. When I'd call her name, she'd snap out of it, look confused, say she didn't know how long she'd been standing there. It was affecting her too. That did it. I couldn't have my mom going through this. I told her she had to go home, made up some excuse about needing to focus better alone. After she left, I knew I couldn't live with that mirror anymore. It felt like the source of everything. I dragged it outside, smashed the bloody thing to pieces, and tossed it in the bin. Good riddance, I thought. That's the end of that. Then my younger brother Ethan decided to come stay with me for a bit. He was starting his prep courses, and my folks thought it'd be good for us to room together for a while. He moved into my room. Things didn't go back to normal. The mirror was gone, but the weirdness leaves. Red. There was this small ventilation window up high near the ceiling. Every single night, around 2 o'clock in the morning, we'd hear it. Tap, tap, tap. 3 sharp knocks on the glass. Exactly 2 a.m. Never failed. Like clockwork. It wasn't a branch. There was nothing outside to do it. Just knock. And then silence. It was unsettling as hell. And the cleaning lady, Maria. She'd come by during the day when we were in class. We always left the door unlocked so she could get in and tidy up. But the room never looked cleaned. One day I asked her about it. She looked confused. "Oh, honey, I come by every day. I knock, but the door is always locked from the inside. I can't get in to clean." Locked from the inside? When we weren't even there? Mr. Henderson, the owner, just waved it off, said she was probably lazy and making excuses. But I knew something was proper dodgy. The phenomena started escalating again. One night, I was in the tiny bathroom, just off the main room. Locked the wooden door behind me. Well, tried to. It didn't have a proper lock, but it was a tight fit. You had to yank it open. Suddenly I heard it. Dogs, barking like mad right outside the bathroom door, sounded like they were just inches away. Terrifying, especially at night. Then the bathroom door slammed open. Violently. There was nothing there. No dogs, no one. Just the door swinging inwards. I nearly wet myself. Another night, Ethan and I were studying late. My phone rang. It was Ethan's number. I looked over at him like, "Why are you calling me, you idiot?" He looked just as confused. "I'm not calling you, mate. My phone's right here on the desk." And it was, sitting there. My phone stopped ringing. I picked it up, checked the call log. His number was in my missed calls. He checked his phone. My number wasn't in his outgoing calls. What the actual hell was going on? It all came to a head one afternoon. Ethan and I were just chilling, having a chat, sitting on his bed, which was right under that ventilation window. We were laughing about something stupid, just relaxing. Suddenly, a deafening crash. The glass in the ventilation window just exploded inwards. Shards of glass rained down, right onto Ethan. He screamed. His face was a mess, covered in cuts, blood pouring out. It was horrific. We rushed him downstairs to Mr. Henderson, who helped get him to the hospital. 40 stitches they put in his face. 40. You can still see the scars now. After that, Mr. Henderson finally replaced the whole window unit. Funnily enough, the 2 a.m. knocking stopped. Utter silence. It was like whatever was doing it was attached to the window itself, or maybe just pissed off we'd replaced its tapping post. Anyway, after seeing my brother like that, I'd had enough. I was getting the hell out of that room. But before I did, I had to know. I cornered Mike and Chris. Told them I knew something was up with that place. That they knew it too. And they had to tell me. I didn't care if they got angry. It was about what happened to my brother. They finally cracked. Looked really uncomfortable, but they told me. The guy who had the room before me, their friend, Ryan, he was struggling with his studies apparently. Got desperate. Started messing around with dark stuff. Black magic. Trying to contact things. Said he'd found something in that room. Something that helped him. Using the big mirror, he could predict his test scores, his classmates' scores, even stuff about their lives. Said he knew he was going to ace his college applications because he'd already seen the future questions. Then, about a month before the applications were due, he died. Car crash. Just like that. After he was gone, the room stayed empty for ages. They said Mr. Henderson didn't want anyone else in it. When I showed up, they apparently thought I was nuts for even considering it. They tried to hint, they said, with their weird looks and signals, but Mr. Henderson had told them to keep quiet about Ryan and what happened. Even gave them a bit of a break on the rent to keep them quiet. I felt sick and furious. For a few quid off the rent, they'd let me and my brother stay in that haunted box, knowing what they knew. I didn't say much else, just grabbed my stuff, packed Ethan's, and we were out of there faster than you can blink. Found a different place that very day. That was years ago. Ethan's scars are still there. And me? Well, I still can't stand big mirrors, mate. Get a proper cold sweat if I have to be near one for too long. Saw something ghastly in that room. Felt something awful. And I reckon a bit of it stuck to me. That's the story. And believe me, it's all true. Every terrifying bit.